Welcome my friends and foes too. For those of you that desperately want me to leave and revise, I'm sorry to disappoint, but this will be my last video for exactly 1 month. And for those of you that desperately want us to keep making more frequent videos, unfortunately now isn't a good time, but boy will we get into it starting the end of next month. Anyway, I remember telling you guys that episode 2 would be the last of this series until my exams were over. But you know, I was doing some chilled out Slayer a couple of weeks back for the Slayer weekend, and at the end of it I got an Ascension task and the temptation just took over, to be honest. I got like 2.7k Slayer XP per Legion kill during that weekend, which was absolutely insane, and I got pretty lucky with signets as well. So I thought, you know what, let's actually do this, let's actually go for 2 more bows and treat you guys to one final signet feast. Actually, scale feast would be more appropriate, but it doesn't sound nearly as epic, to be honest. So it took me a while to get back into the rhythm of efficient Legion killing, shall we say, after a reasonable break. But hopefully you guys saw the stream where I began badly as always and then got stuck in after a little while, and hopefully you learned something from it. Again, I would definitely not say I was the best Legion killer, but after a decent amount of experience I'd like to think I was at least averagely good, if that made any sense whatsoever. Anyway, as always with me, if I'm having a good day with signets, I will have a bad day with my survival instinct, or shall I nickname it anti-spider sense, because I can actually sense danger just like my old pal Spidey, but I just can't do anything about it. I tend to do Primus and Quintus first to get them out of the way, because they're the 2 most expensive ones by a long distance, and I'm not too sure why Primus is expensive. I can see why Quintus is, but anyway, I get like I don't know, a sense of relief, I guess, if I get those 2 out of the way first, because then I'm not thinking about how much it's going to cost me if they're the last ones I need to get. So yeah, I made my 5th bow of the series and hopefully entertained you guys in the process during the stream. Both in a good way and a bad way, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I don't know why, but I tend to get luckier on stream compared to off it, and it's not even a fluke, to be honest. It's been happening for the past couple of months now. Anyway, I'm not complaining. It's a win-win situation for both you guys and me, so a fairly decent bow there. Once again, Quintus threatened to screw me over, but I managed to grab that signet from him before he did. And yeah, a nice bit of profit there, not amazing, and it certainly seems to be on the decline since his 3rd bow, but profit's a profit and I'm not complaining whatsoever. The next bow was a tricky one, to be honest, because okay, I wasn't getting trolled with beams of light and getting key drops instead of signet drops, as was the case in the previous signet hunt, but I was getting a lot of Sirenic scales, as you've been able to see, and I'm not really sure whether to feel frustrated or happy about that, but I guess I'm happy about it because it is my primary objective and the signet drop is like a secondary drop, so scales and such don't really affect it. For example, I think I got a scale and a signet in the same drop once. You might be able to see it in the footage, but anyway, something I found really useful in this hunt was using the unicorn and either no food or just portents of restoration, because obviously the portents of food that get used up automatically if you drop below 50% HP, they don't drain your adrenaline bar. Unis are great at all legions except Quintus and maybe Tertius, because you barely need any healing at all of those except those 2, and so you can take more keys with you at once. I really began to see the effect of the spirit cape come in handy here, and I also realized why getting comp was such a beastly thing to do, because you can heal more LP per minute. Okay, I just realized that was the stupidest reason for anyone to get a comp cape, and I also realized that I haven't been acknowledging it as much as I should, because it does mean a lot. I guess I'm still in disbelief, to be honest. It's just something you dream of as a noob looking at pros. And here I am finally with it on, the real pro. Canman is shunned from to pros, guys, and yeah, back on topic. Despite all the kills going very fast and making great progress, blah de blah de blah, the last signet screwed me over. Okay, I spent 203 Secundus keys for my last signet that I needed, and even though it sounds bad, I actually didn't mind it too much. I know, right? As crazy as it sounds, I didn't, because it is so damn easy and fast to kill Secundus, and the keys are really cheap, that I'd much rather have been unlucky at Secundus than at any other, if that makes any sense. I did take a hit on profits though, and I just about managed to make a profit of the 6th bow, which with the price of the Ascension crossbows in terminal and sad decline. I'm not absolutely convinced that the next bow will yield a loss, because I can't keep getting lucky every time, and looking at this trend of decreasing profits every single successive bow that I make, I think I'm gonna make a loss. And the last signet I got was a perfect example of that, because the statistics have taken a hit because of that 203 key signet. The average profit is down from 80 to 66, and the keys per signet and bow have increased slightly, as you can see, which is a bad thing, of course. Finally, we have the grand summary of the primary objective, and this has been the best episode yet by far. A whopping 25 scales this episode, more than twice as much as last episode, brings the percentage progress up 30% to almost 70%. I don't think I could have asked for much more, to be honest, so thank you my Legion friends for dying countless times without ever complaining about it, and for giving me those lovely signets and scales. I really do appreciate it, guys. And last but not least, thank you guys for all the support, especially for this series, which has been a bigger success than I actually thought to start off with. Hopefully I should be done in 2 more episodes, but we'll see. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. Good luck to anyone else that has exams. I shall see you guys in a month on Friday the 13th of June. May I defy the gods of bad luck and pass my last exam. Yeah.